On your journey to learning finance, you're gonna hear a lot of crazy stuff that you're gonna probably say, it sounds too good to be true, and the majority of it is not true. In this video, I'm gonna give you the 4 TikTok trends that you need to be careful with. Some of them are pretty good, but number 4, if you do number 4, you're on the road to disaster. So the first TikTok trend that is really popular, and you probably heard about it, but I'm a little about it, is the 50-30-20 rule. If you don't know what that means, let me explain to you. The 50 is 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% of your income goes to wants, and 20% of your income goes to savings and retirements. Very simple, very easy, great. The problem I have with it is this. People's needs nowadays, especially people who live paycheck to paycheck, they will put everything in needs, even though it's not a true need. Like, for example, your cell phone. Yes, we all need a cell phone, but if you have a high cell phone bill, it's not necessarily a need. What you need to do is reduce that cell phone bill to bring it down quite a bit. And of course, the number one thing we all want is our wants to be a lot higher. So there'll be a good probability that you'll struggle with the 30 and the 20, which is you're gonna increase your wants and you're gonna decrease your savings and your retirement. And another problem I have with it is it's just too perfect. Our life is extremely messy, and trying to stay between the confines of those percentages is going to be very difficult. Now, I understand some people love living with percentages. They do everything based upon percentages, and that's great. But for a majority of us, that 50-30-20 rule is not feasible. The best rule I'll give to you is this: stop buying junk, stop using credit cards. Put as much money as you possibly can within your savings. Spend enough on yourself to keep you satisfied. That way you continue saving, continue enjoying life, and your needs, keep it down to as small as possible. But if you want to get a house, a nice car. Do all the things that you want to do, but you really will need to focus on your needs and not getting out of hand with it. The second trend I've seen, and I've never done this, this seems like an old school way, but for some people it works, is cash stuffing. Listen, everyone does cash stuffing, and people have made businesses out of it. I've seen people make envelopes. They just get like a Cricut, right? Car, grocery, whatever it is, stuff the cash in there. That's what they use for the week. When it's done, it's done. I have no problem with it, especially if you're struggling with money. And by all means, I'm a big time believer. If it works for you, go for it. But to me, in this day and age where people don't use a lot of cash, and walking around in an envelope to a grocery store to make payments with cash, first of all, it's a little too risky. If you lose the cash, it's gone. There's no protection, no FDIC, it's gone. And you don't want to be that person as well, to go to the grocery store, get ready to make that payment, and recognize you're spending more than what's on the actual envelope. I don't like it. If there's anyone out there who does it and it works for them, please drop a comment down below. I would love to hear it. But to me, you can use a bank and just make a good, precise budget where you know exactly what you're gonna spend and how much you're gonna spend, and you're good to go. Guys, if you're getting any value from this video, I really would love it if you hit the like, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and with your help, I will certainly get there. I really appreciate it. Let's get back to the video. Number 3, and I see this all the time, is the no spending challenge. I personally did not understand what this meant, because to me, we all spend. And then I looked into it and I recognized it's not necessarily not spending, it's what you spend your money on. For example, if you decide to do this no spending challenge, then buying alcohol is something you do not want to do. Spending money on gambling online is something you don't want to do. If you want to buy these new pair of jeans, that's something you don't want to do. I like the idea of this to a certain degree, and let me explain to you why. It has the ability to make you stop, pause, and think about the junk that you buy. In January is usually the month that everyone does it, especially the people going dry and not drinking and starting going to the gym. January is usually that time that you do it. And if you do a no spending challenge in January and things work out, there's a good probability throughout the rest of the year you recognize a lot of stuff you're buying you don't really need. But this is where I say be very careful. You need to know yourself very well. If you know you love cake, and for 30 days you did not eat cake, and you made this commitment for 30 days, no cake, on the 31st day, you know what you're gonna do? You're probably gonna eat a whole damn cake by yourself. So I'm afraid that if you do this no spend challenge, in the back of your mind, you're knowing, okay, I want to buy this, I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait. And now when the new month starts, you're probably going to buy all those things and more. To me, it's better to just buy stuff here and there to keep you satisfied and to keep you going. Because all that money you're probably saving on your challenge, you're probably using it in the next month. And this is the fourth one. And listen, for anyone out there that is doing this, I'm going to go out there and we're going to have a talk, because you cannot do this fourth TikTok trend, which is soft saving. It's strictly what you think it is. Savings is not a priority. Let me give you an example of what this is all about. So you get money, you spend it, you don't give a damn about your future. Not at all. You're living for the moment. And the thing about this, and I find interesting and I kind of understand it, but you need to look deeper to understand why you should not do this, is this. A lot of people are seeing all these boomers, tired, worn out, no savings, struggling with the retirement, and they're saying, well, if I follow that same path, I'm gonna end up the same way. So I'm young, I got money, let me spend it now, and in the future, I'll figure it out. It's much deeper than that. You do not really understand what these boomers had done in their life. You, my friend, had the opportunity to save so much money. Back in days, they had pensions. Now, you have your 401ks, the Roth IRAs, you have all of these accounts that are there to help you get wealthy. You do not want to just ignore it, because time and compound interest is your best friend. And let me also say this. In America, we do not believe in our parents living with us. This generation we're in right now is anti-parents staying with us. You did the problem, you fixed it. Shoot, when we grew up, our parents didn't want us to live with them either. When you're 18, time to go. You need to figure it out. What do you think will happen when your ass gets old and you have kids in the future and you have nowhere to go? Is it fair for you to dump all that burden on them? You might not ask for it, but if you have a child that's compassionate, it's very difficult to sit down and see their parents struggle. So listen, don't do that. And if you're gonna live that YOLO life, whatever relationship you get into is not gonna last. No woman or no man wants to be with someone that does not care about savings and just wants to spend. So there you have it, guys. Those TikTok trends that are out there that you need to be very careful about, because a lot of them have multi-million views all over the platform, and that stuff that they're spewing is trash. The 50-30-20 rule is a good rule to start. If your life is chaotic, use that one to kind of line things up and see where everything is going. But the soft savings, no. Cut that out.